My ex's father called me a man-whore.
Hey, congrats.
Okay, so I'm going to try to keep the main essentials. I, 21 male, met Megan, 19 female, last summer, and we began dating. We were both inexperienced at intimacies at time. I messed around with other girls before, but never had actually gone all the way before. She basically saw it, and I already lost my V card though. She has really conservative parents as I do, so who believe that you should hold off until marriage to have spicy sleep, etc. By the way, this comes from Ross Raiders, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Riley.
I'm Dakota.
And I'm Keon.
So, long story short, after dating for a while, we began having spicy sleep.
Oh, but they specifically told you not to.
But we always had protection, and we're careful.
Oh, not in the eyes of the Lord.
I just want to stress the fact that she was 18 at the time we started dating, and she turned 19 while we dated, although because she was held back a year, she was still a senior in high school while I was already in college. While we dated, her dad once asked me if I ever had spicy sleep before, and I lied and told him, no, what's that? She had told me to lie for us, so I did, and he knew where my parents worked, so I guess call me paranoid, but they have history for doing rash decisions, so I didn't want there to be a chance where they would reach out to my parents and tell them what I had done. Your parents work at the church, probably.
This is where you make a power move and you go, yes, and it was your daughter. And then they go, ah! And they...
But he gets kicked out of the house if he does that.
Oh, man. Bummer.
But that would be a fantastic power move. We broke up in February because the relationship wasn't working. There was a lot of fighting, and we decided to split ways. It wasn't exactly amicable, but we have talked a handful of times since and have been civil. I've tried to push that whole relationship out of my life since and moved on. So, to the problem at hand. She texts me today out of the blue, randomly telling me if anyone from her family contacts me to not tell them anything or answer the phone. I asked her why. She told her sister that she doesn't have her V card anymore and that she had spicy sleep with me and one other guy after we broke up. Her sister told her parents, so she wanted to warn me before they reached out to me. I didn't really think anyone would bother contacting me, so I shrugged it off and told her whatever and left it at that. Now her dad just sent me a message on Facebook telling me he needs to speak with me when I have a chance. I haven't opened up the message as to not show the red part, but I saw the little notification on my phone. Yes, I do realize that I'm 21, and if he tells my parents, it shouldn't matter because I'm on my own and I don't really have a say in my life anymore, which they don't. But they believe about waiting till marriage for spicy sleep for religious reasons, and if they found out I had spicy sleep, it would really hurt them and most definitely make a rift in our relationship. I've already had a rocky relationship with him, and I don't want to make things worse. I have a funny story about this.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah?
Because I was this guy.
Oh, you're like, I can't let them know that I'm tainted meat.
I'm just going to let you guys in on some family stuff. Whenever I moved out of my apartment in Tennessee, my mom was vacuuming. She found the edge of a wrapper. You guys can come up to that.
Which rapper? Jay-Z? J. Cole?
Which rapper were you edging?
And she found that, and then she had to leave the room because I think she was disappointed. And everyone was like, my dad was like, yeah, your mom found this. She's pretty upset. She'd be like, no, it's for Pokemon cards. She's pretty upset. She doesn't know who it was with, and just wanted to give you a heads up. And I was like, my mom was just coming to the realization that I'm not a baby boy anymore, and I'm a man with needs.
I'm not a baby boy no more. I'm making babies, boy.
That was embarrassing.
What was your excuse where you're like, I was just practicing?
Like, I took a class in college, and I was curious.
You see that pillow in the corner? You need to throw that away, too, because I was practicing.
Yeah.
Don't touch the fruits and or vegetables.
Yeah. So I see where this is coming from, because my parents also say to wait till marriage, but I am a sinful creature that can be... God still loves me, though, and I've figured that out. But anyways, enough of me. Yeah, I know where this guy's coming from, and it is tough. It is
Sorry,
tough.
I just imagined, anyways, enough of me, and then poof, like a puff of smoke, and you just disappear. Enough of me.
That was what I wanted to happen. So OP's question, what should I do? Should I ignore the dad? What if he contacts my parents and tells them? Should I tell him anything? I don't want to argue whether I should care if my parents find out or about religious morals, just about the situation with my ex's parents. I really appreciate any advice and support you guys can offer. Boys, do we talk to the dad?
I mean, to your dad?
No.
Or her dad?
Her dad, ex's dad.
I'm going.
Do we
I'm
power
pulling
move
the.
it?
That's just me though. This guy, I'm sure, would not do that. He'd probably be like, "Well, sir, I apologize that I have to let you know now that I have spoiled the sanctity of your child
I slipped and
outside of
tripped.
the laws of the Lord." And I think that's dumb, and you should go. That's.
Yeah, if I was at this point, I would probably message and be like, I'm sorry. I understand. I'm sorry. I corrupted your daughter. But
Well, it's just like, dude, ask and you shall receive, my
Shut
guy.
up, no.
If you're asking about it,
the Bible.
and we broke up, by the way, so not even that good.
Dude.
Someone stop him, ref! Do something.
You hit him with the we did the auga.
Ref right now is a little like jaw to the floor, but
Like you got to get a soundboard set up
Okay.
with a bunch
Dakota.
of old timey jalopy noises.
That's enough. Keon,
And you
what
don't
would you
even
do?
say what you did.
What would you do, Keon?
you know,
You ignoring it?
I'll just respond back, be like, you can't handle the truth. Skill issue. Sorry.
I mean, like the real answer is like, what? Don't answer. Like block.
But if you block him, I feel like it's gonna be he's one of those dads who will literally show up to your house, and it's just
Oh my god, the scary one.
yeah.
So, update. So, I've been reading all of your comments, and I appreciate everyone has been saying. I decided not to answer him and just wait it out. Because if you ignore your problems, 95% of the time they'll go away.
This isn't even your problem. It's their problem.
She texted me again telling me that she was sorry and she had come clean to her dad and hope everything works out and he doesn't take measures or measurements. I don't know what that means. Frankly, I don't care. I agree this is between him and her. We've been broken up for a while now, so there's no reason why he should be looking to me for an explanation. She texted me and told me not to ignore her dad because he has my parents' phone number and will call them if he has to. I talked to my roommate and a few of my friends that live near my apartment, and they advised me to message him back, but fill out the conversation, not to admit anything, not justify anything. It is what it is. It happened, and honestly, don't see what he gets out of talking to me or lecturing me or whatever he wants to do. I do hope he doesn't call my parents because that would be a real wiener thing to do of him for literally no reason at all. This whole thing has been such a headache that I thought was supposed to be over with. I appreciate all the input and will update once I can and will have something to update with. Here we go.
Uh-huh.
We have the conversation. We go to the dad. We sit down with him. He says, hey, I heard that you had intimate relations with my daughter. And you say, no, sir, I did not. The actual reason that we broke up is because she had intimate relations with someone else.
Oh,
And
wow.
No, you don't.
No, you
Well,
just.
tell him to stop talking, or I'm going to start spreading rumors.
You
No,
go-
because it just goes around what comes around. You don't want to do that.
Well, she's been going around, and now it's coming to me, and I'm going to be coming back.
You go, sir. It was strictly over the genes. Sir, we observed the laws of God and man, and we kept it strictly over the genes. Not even really that good. Pretty unpleasant. Unpleasant over the genes.
We did the loophole, and she still has a V card, if you know what I mean.
But she lost her gene card. She cannot return those Levi's anymore.
Is that what Bill Clinton did?
Yes, that's why I said, all right, Bill Clinton. He was like, I did not have spicy relations with that woman.
I did not have.
He made a public address to saying, I did not have spicy relations with that woman. When in doubt, we all know he did.
I did not have spicy relations with that woman.
Good job.
But I did have a little fun. It doesn't count.
If it's over the genes.
It doesn't count if it's over the pants.
What did Sam used to quote this acronym all the time? OTPJ. OTPHJ. Over the pants.
You didn't need to say
You didn't
that.
need to, you didn't need
We
to.
all knew what it meant.
On a real level, these kind of people are so annoying to me. I would like go out of my way to try to make him as uncomfortable as possible.
Yeah, I do.
If you want to come around asking about stuff you don't want to hear, get ready to hear it in the worst possible way. Okay? Have fun with that.
All right, we're getting back to the story. Update 2. Wow, this is really blown up. Blah, 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 blah. I woke up this morning and my dad called me. I feared the worst, but he only needed like basic tech support for his computer, and that's all he wanted. I felt relieved and went through my day. A little while ago, my sister calls me and asks me what my ex's dad's name is. I tell her, and she tells me that he called my dad, left a voicemail saying he was going to try and call again today. Most of my family was there, and I was on speakerphone, so they asked if I knew anything. I told them I wouldn't know why my ex's family would try to contact them after us being broken up for such a long time. My dad said it was odd, and he would wait for the phone call and see what's up. He figures her dad just wants advice on something, so he would let me know what it was about. I called my sister shortly after and told her why he was calling, and her response was literally bursting out in laughter. She thinks it's really weird for him to do this because he gains nothing from calling us. My ex is obviously not preggo, and we both don't think he would try to pull the consent card, so we figured he just wants to tell on me. Basically, that would just be it. My sister and my dad are hanging out all day today. She told me not to worry about it and it'll be okay. She will be texting me and let me know or give me a heads up if anything happens. As soon as I get a response, I will let you guys know. Update 1 month later. This sister is the best sister ever. Oh my gosh. She's a real one. Update 3, 1 month later.
Okay, the baby's here.
So, wow, that last post pretty much blew up again. Blah, 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 blah. You're so popular. We love you. So I wanted to wait until after the weekend to post the update because a lot happened. And, oh, man, it's a pretty good update that most of you will enjoy. So her dad called my dad and was very emotional and pretty pissed off that I lied to him in the sense that I told him that I hadn't slept with his daughter, but didn't plan on telling him. What else are you supposed to say? Yes, I plan on going hard in the paint. What the F? Sir, may I have your permission to go in that kadushi? Sir, can I have permission to just slime in it?
Sir, may I have your permission to slay the punani?
It's when she asked, at the dinner table, Daddy, can you pass the salt? And both of you reach for the salt.
Yep, that's a great, one day that'll happen. My dad was pretty taken back and didn't really know what to say. Her dad continued on saying how he wanted to let my parents know what a man, which I was, and how I took his daughter's virginity and that I needed to be fixed.
You can't really fix that.
I have a theory on how to fix it. What if I reverse what I did?
You time travel and then you have to execute the past version of you and take their place. So I think that's even worse, right? Yeah, I don't know.
My dad just told him he was sorry. He was disappointed in me, and he would handle it.
Oh, Dad's gonna handle it?
Daddy's gonna handle it.
Dad's gonna fix this?
Dad's gonna talk to the other dad and be like, look, my boy bangs. And regardless of how not in accordance with the laws of the Lord it is, my son bangs.
Dude, how do you can't fix this.
Those two
This must
dads
be
are
the
gonna
most
fight.
awkward conversation to have.
Imagine being a dad on the other end of the phone like, I'll fix this.
The amount of emotions going through my brain and probably his brain is, oh, wow.
This is how they're going to fix it. He's like, I'm going to take care of this. The two dads are going to meet up for a boxing match, and whoever wins, their kid still gets to be a virgin. I think that's what they're going to rock with here.
Oh, gosh. Okay. He talked to him some more and calmed him down and then hung up and blocked his number.
Oh man, it's the oh man, your son banged my daughter. I guess I have to bang you. It's like,
Oh, he's gonna do the what was that? He's doing the American Beauty.
Real quick, just imagine your dad having this conversation. What did you just say? The American Duty?
No, it's a movie. Yeah. I don't. Spoiler alert. Sorry, that movie's been out for almost 30 years now.
Oh man, sorry, I American pied your daughter. Sorry, I need to say. My dad called me and told me what happened. I did not give him a heads up. He was pretty calm about it. For a bit, he thought the guy wanted money or something, but when he realized he was basically wanted to tattle, he just left it at that. My mom, on the other hand, called me shortly after and flipped out on me about how I could have gotten her preggo and I didn't even think about what would have happened if she got preggo or if I got an STD and had a whole bunch of other things. Basically a fun time for me. Now, I know what those conversations are like too. By the way, you can cure all your STDs by listening to your favorite podcast platform. Just look up OK Storytime and click on Apple, iHeartRadio, or Spotify and cure your STDs with listening to more stories just like this.
Put an asterisk down there beneath him where it's like, this is not actual medical advice.
I am a medical claimed doctor. I am a
Put
woman doctor.
Parentheses right under it. He's lying. He's lying.
Yes, gonorrhea, schirizzaria, and
Schirizzaria. I don't want that one.
Diarrhea.
Schirizzaria.
An STD.
Sounds like it's just someone's last name.
Gonorrhea and herpes.
And my name's Tony Schirizzaria.
Anyways, we got a little bit left here of this cursed episode with all the boys back.
The
Guys,
boys are
any
back.
last thoughts real quick before we just gotta torch this?
On a real level, if the parents are like, you didn't even think about if she could get pregnant, it's like, that's on you, stupid. You should have taught your son about the dangers and the risks.
Okay.
Instead, you're just like, we'll never talk about it. Probably.
Knowing how this person was raised and his parents are religious, the only way to talk about it was don't do it or you're going to go to hell. And then that's all you get.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
sexual education right there.
That sounds accurate. And look, I remember that was my biggest fear because it had been hammered home to me. It's like, if you have a baby, your life is over. And I was like, ah! So it was scary. But that's why you use these things. You use the protection.
I didn't know that was a thing for a really long time.
And you gotta know how to. By the way, you gotta know how to use it right. You can't. There's a way to do
out
it
and not in.
There's a way to do it, and I'm not gonna explain it because I don't want to.
I went home this past weekend to pick up something from my parents' house I needed for my apartment, something that was mine. Just couldn't take it with me the first time because it didn't fit in the car. So it was a pretty awkward weekend. I did see my sister, and she made so many jokes about how one would go fixing a situation like this, how my ex wanted to. But yeah, that's the update. All is well for now. Many awkward conversations were had. Relationships with parents is pretty much strained. Smiley face. Comment number 1. I'm a little disappointed in OP's dad. Apologizing to the ex-girlfriend's dad and saying he's disappointed in his son. Dude needs to grow some balls. Should have replied, okay, why are you telling me all this? Well, I try to concern myself with the personal and intimate choices of other consenting adults. Whether they are related to me or not, it's pretty weird not only that you are this upset, but also that you're calling me about it when it's really neither of our businesses. If ex-girlfriend or OP have any concerns about how they handle things, they can discuss it with each other. Don't call me. In reply, I mean concerning OP's parents also share the same religious beliefs of waiting till marriage. He handled it pretty well. Not everything needs to be a confrontation. His mom, on the other hand, ... Yeah, that's how I imagine two people of the same religion having a conversation, still supporting another brother or sister in Christ or whatever, and they're just like, But the dad did the best thing by blocking the number.
Yeah,
that's how he fixed it.
Yeah, this is, I don't know. This is a thing. It happened, and we'll never speak again. Bye forever. Good. Deal with that in whatever way you want to.
Yep, guys, we got another story.
I caught my boyfriend in bed with my best friend and sister.
A lot of people in one room.
Hi, I'm 21 female from the Philippines, currently finishing my final requirements to graduate this September with a degree in civil engineering. My boyfriend, River, 23 male, and I had been together for 2 years. We met back in junior year of high school and were friends for years before we started dating on July 19th, 2023. I genuinely thought that our long history and deep friendship meant we had built a solid foundation for our relationship. I was clearly wrong, and that realization would shatter everything I believed about love and trust. By the way, this comes from a deleted user on the Charlotte Dobre YouTube subreddit, and if you want to submit your own stories, come on over to the r/OK Storytime subreddit, yeah? So last week was our second anniversary. The night before, he texted saying he was sick and couldn't celebrate. I was worried sick about him, so I spent the evening cooking his favorite warm porridge from scratch, carefully cutting up fresh fruits and putting everything in containers to bring to his place.
No, she's pulling a Sophia.
She's cooking porridge?
She's putting what container she's using?
No.
Ice cream containers.
Ice cream containers?
Yeah, she's Filipino.
I wanted to surprise him and take care of him because that's what you do for someone you love, right? Using the spare key he'd given me months ago, a key that once symbolized the trust in our future together, I quietly entered his house. What I walked into was the most devastating, soul-crushing scene of my entire life. He was in bed with my best friend Camilla, 22 female, and my oldest sister, Bianca, 25 female. Together, all three of them.
Oh my gosh.
You never trust a Camilla.
Oh my gosh.
In the very bedroom where we used to spend lazy afternoons watching movies and talking about our dreams. I froze completely, feeling my entire chest cave in like someone had physically given me the old 1-2. The containers of food slipped from my hands. I couldn't process what I was seeing and my mind went blank. Without making a single sound, I turned around and walked out like a ghost. I sat in my car in the driveway, crying until I couldn't breathe properly, gasping for air between sobs. Eventually, when I could see clearly enough to drive, I went to a close friend's house who let me stay the night without asking too many questions. The betrayal cut deeper because I'm still a virgin by personal choice. Early in our relationship, I was completely honest with River about wanting to wait until after college and marriage. This wasn't about religion or conservative values. It was about wanting to finish my education, prove myself professionally, and be with someone who truly valued me and saw a real future together. I wanted my first time to be meaningful with someone who loved and respected me completely. And River said, I don't care about all that.
River said, couldn't do that.
What's your older sister's name?
River said, that's really unfair for your boyfriend.
Oh, that's me? He said, oh yeah, your boyfriend would probably not like that. For Riv, this is just River. This is not for all men. This is just how River was talking. Would have talked. Maybe.
Oh, his name is River. Oh, I thought her best friend was River.
No, he's River.
Oh, okay. He said, oh, that's really unfair for me. That's what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say. Sorry.
Yeah. River would occasionally try to be subtle about it. He'd say things like, you love me, right? So why can't we... Or we've been together so long, don't you trust me? Or other couples our age are doing it. Each time I'd patiently explain my reasons again, and he would nod and say he respected my decision. He'd even say things like, I love you for who you are, not what you can give me. Looking back now, maybe those were all lies. Maybe he never really respected my boundaries at all. Bianca has always harbored resentment towards me, though I never fully understood why until now. She's 4 years older and was an only child for a long time before I came along. No? 4 years? Well, I guess that actually is a pretty crucial formative age for a sibling to come along, huh? I wouldn't know.
I don't know. Sam and Sophia. Myself and my sister.
Yeah, I don't know. They don't seem like they just hate each other because it's like, grrr. I had it made, only child. Only child, I had it made.
You did. Sorry.
She's 4 years older and was an only child for a long time before I came along. Growing up, she would make cutting comments that made me feel unwanted and unloved, saying things like I had stolen our parents' attention from her or that our family was happier before I was born.
How would she know?
She's a baby.
That's weird.
But you're a baby. You're both babies in this situation. She's never missed an opportunity to remind me that I was the accidental child, even though our parents never made me feel that way. Despite all her coldness and cruelty over the years, I kept trying to bridge the gap between us. I would buy her thoughtful gifts, include her in my plans, and defend her when friends criticized her behavior. I genuinely wanted a sisterly relationship, but she never let me in. Camilla was different. Like the sister I never had. Best friend since kindergarten, I trusted her with everything, including my suspicions about my boyfriend possibly cheating.
Oh my gosh.
She acted shocked and angry when I mentioned it. Now I wonder if that was all fake, if she was part of the betrayal all along.
That is so wild. I hate that. Dude, I'm so sorry, OP. Getting betrayed by 3 people. 2.5. 2.5. The sister, I'm not giving her that one.
Yeah. Getting it from all sides.
He was getting it from all sides.
Oh. I'm caught between wanting to find this funny and understanding that this is probably the worst thing that has ever happened to this person.
Yeah.
Like, I want to make this funny so bad, but this is just straight up the worst thing that has ever happened to OP.
Yeah.
Ever.
You can, I think making light of it is helpful.
So, I haven't told my family yet, and the thought terrifies me. We come from a wealthy but deeply conservative household where appearances matter immensely. My father built a successful business from nothing, and we live very comfortably, but with that comfort comes expectations. I've always felt enormous pressure to behave perfectly and stay quiet about problems and never cause drama or bring shame to our family name. Here in the Philippines, cultural norms are different. Most of us live with family until marriage or finishing school. Moving out at 18 and starting over isn't realistic or socially acceptable like it might be in other countries. I'm essentially trapped in this situation until I can figure out how to navigate it properly.
Yeah. Oh, that's tricky. That the family name thing is a hard part of this because you can definitely out your sister to your parents and say, hey, this is what happened. Being the people pleaser you are, it's a tricky puzzle to solve.
Yeah, I mean, the family name thing is very, it happens all over the place, you know? It's just like, I've had some friends like that where it's like, you cannot bring shame upon. Actually, it'd be more like, you cannot bring shame upon the family name. It's really like Georgia. Small town Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Small town Georgia.
Yeah,
big britches.
Big
Big britches in small town Georgia.
I know what you're talking about.
Ooh, shooey.
Hog hunters.
Can't have no problems in the family when
Can't-
you're big
can't.
britches down there in
You
Georgia.
just gotta let it happen. Oh boy.
Yeah. I told a few trusted friends who urged me to confront all 3 of them, but I'm not confrontational. I hate arguments and freeze up when emotions run high. If I tried confronting them, I'd just break down while they denied everything. It made me feel small. What could they deny? You saw them.
OP has been won by the sister, been made feel very small, like a small person, and never like respected by her sister. Her best friend was the one that betrayed her and was like, oh, I can't believe your boyfriend would ever cheat on you, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And 3, she trusted her boyfriend. I think they would all, they know what kind of person she is, and they know how they can take advantage of her people-pleasing self, so they would deny. Be like, you don't even know what you have. You have no proof. I don't know what you're talking about. That's crazy that I would ever do that. While the
you
sister
probably
would be
were seeing things.
the sister would be making faces like this. I would never do anything like that all the time.
Blah, blah.
Have you ever
I don't
tried
know what you're
this
talking
one?
about. Blah.
Exactly.
So, instead of confronting them, I blocked them. With no warning and no final words, I just left. Now I keep wondering, was I wrong for cutting them off without saying anything? Should I have confronted them first, or did they not deserve even that? I'm not seeking revenge. I just wanted to protect my peace and hold on to what little dignity I have left. But part of me still wonders if I'm handling this right. I'm heartbroken and angry, missing school for almost a week because I could not face them yet. And there is an update.
I mean, do you have the possibility of moving away too? Or can you just block them
Because
and
she's studying, yeah.
can you just block them and just not talk to your sister while you're at home? Because you still have to see your sister. This is a very tough thing, OP.
You
I'm
have to
very
have
sorry.
another threesome with another set of people. Find River's brother and also his best friend.
But she doesn't want to do
She
that
doesn't
because
wanna
she
do
wants
that.
to wait.
It's not about revenge. It's about principle.
It's not about revenge. It's about finding
No,
Vinland
this is a
Saga.
joke!
It's about finding Vinland Saga.
I'm joking. I'm just joking.
That would be a power move, though.
I'm just joking.
No. Not River's brother. River's dad.
Gross.
How's that gross? Oh, man.
I don't know, man. This story is... I don't know what to say about any of this other than just like...
River's arch nemesis.
It's really unfair that this is now somehow your burden to bear when it should just be like your family should be coming to
Terms with this, yeah.
your aid.
And
And it's
banishing your
like-
sister.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just really unfortunate that it's not a thing. And
And shaming her.
that sucks. That big sucks. So like,
Yeah, what does OP do?
I don't know, man. Get out of there. If your life is gonna be like miserable in the Philippines, get out of the Philippines. Finish your schooling and get out of the Philippines.
Yeah.
I'll trade spots with you, OP.
Really? You don't want to hang out with us anymore, Keelan?
No, you guys can come visit me in the Philippines.
He doesn't want to hang out with us anymore, Chad.
And he'll take over the family business, and then we'll be rolling in it.
Wait, you have family business in the Philippines?
Yeah, I got some farms and stuff.
Oh,
And
I didn't
land.
know that. You never told me that.
I
Never
was talking
asked.
about the story, but this is news to me. You have farms in the Philippines for family.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right, Farmville.
Let's go. I got a tree farm back
Throw
home.
it back.
Yeah, I have mango trees and stuff.
Throw
cute.
it back.
I love that for you.
Yeah, let's get to the update. My parents and I went to a quiet restaurant before I told them everything. I was shaking, unable to eat despite their insistence. Once we finished, I finally shared what happened. Initially, they didn't believe me, which is understandable when it involves their own daughter. You know, you're their own daughter as well. They've always emphasized how we sisters should stick together, saying, you're supposed to be each other's best friend. But then I showed them the photo I'd taken, and I broke down completely, ugly crying where your whole body aches. In a way, I had lost someone. We went straight home afterward. So they just didn't acknowledge that? You just had a complete breakdown, and they just like sat there in silence and did nothing? Your parents suck, and I hate them.
And you brought shame to the family.
Yeah, you know what? They should be ashamed. They should be ashamed that they're completely inept parents who can't emotionally be there for their daughter when she's just literally had like the worst thing that could ever happen, to happen to her. So they suck. I don't have anything else to say.
Yeah, yikes.
Bianca was casually eating popcorn and watching a movie when we arrived, acting like nothing happened. Hold on. Chance to redeem right here. When my dad saw her, he snapped at her. Okay. Bianca cried and tried defending herself, even blaming me for ruining everything. But this time, our parents didn't take her side. They told her to leave. Okay, we're redeeming. We're redeeming.
Go to River's house.
Dad cut off her credit cards, Mom packed her things, and she was removed from the premises that night. No yelling, no long goodbye, just silence and disappointment.
Holy cow.
I know my parents are hurting. She is still their daughter, but they told me they had to draw the line and were proud of me for speaking up. They protected me when I felt so small, and I'm grateful. I take back everything I said earlier. I take it back.
Yeah, they didn't.
I was wrong.
Handle that the right way.
Although I would have liked to hear some kind of like, then they gave me a big hug.
Nah, they just hate that this is a thing and just removed the bad thing from it, and now they're not going to talk about it. It never happened.
Ooh, I think you're right, actually. They literally just did this like a logical, like was a business decision. They weighed the scales, and they're like, the worst person here is Bianca, so then we'll be mad at her, but we're not going to really be emotional about this. This is just a logic decision.
$2. No, we only have one. We only have one daughter. We've always had one daughter.
Only had one. Only ever had one.
Yeah. Bianca, I've never heard of that.
So, as for River, I saw him at school Monday. He looked happy to see me like nothing had happened, which is insane. When he called my name and approached, I looked him straight in the eyes and said, we're done. We are done. And then I walked away without crying or flinching. I was just done. It still hurts, and I have nightmares every night and moments where remembering makes me sick, but I won't let this destroy me. As Judge Lauren Lake once said, the best revenge is success. Shouts out, skis.
Wow.
To that lady.
I love that mid-story. Never have we ever gotten that before. Just like Judge Larson once said.
Judge Lincoln Lawyer once said, all right. I fully intend to live by that mantra. 2 months from now, I'll officially be a civil engineering graduate. That's where my energy will go. Rebuilding myself, proving that betrayal doesn't break me, and it redirects me. As for Camilla, I haven't seen her again. I heard she dropped out after her parents found out and disowned her. I didn't expect that, and while I didn't contact them directly, the truth found its way. Actions have consequences. I'm healing slowly, painfully, but getting there. Thank you to everyone who reached out. You reminded me I'm not alone. And there's a final update.
Golly, dude.
Golly.
I think the parents could have gone about this better and not abandoned their child. And I think everything else, you're not going to talk to your best friend anymore. I know that for a fact. And telling River you're done. I'm surprised that when Bianca got kicked out, she didn't hit up River's phone, said, hey, this is what happened, you know?
What, the boy?
Yeah. Like, why did Bianca not hit up River and be like, hey, can I stay at your place? Or I got caught, or yada, yada, yada?
I don't know. It seems like they're literally acting like it didn't happen. Like, it's like a little, hey, so that was crazy, right?
Dude,
when you saw those ghosts?
Now I'm thinking, like, did it happen?
You took too many Benadryls, babe. You tried to hoagie down.
Not the hoagie down
and
again.
If you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, you need to watch our stream from yesterday, August 12th.
1986.
A great day. Yeah. Final update. I saw Camilla's post and replies last Wednesday. The day I'd planned to update you, but I lost courage. Reading it broke me in ways I didn't think I could still break. And by the way, you can listen to full episodes with stories just like this one on your favorite podcast platform. Just search OK Storytime, and you can listen to all the stories we've told under the sun. Just tap on your phone with your little fingers and search our name.
Yeah.
Let's just finish this story. Do I deserve this? No. Depending on the karmic, retribution of your previous lives,
You didn't.
maybe. But
If
I
you
would say
believe it.
no.
Yeah, I don't. You did not deserve this. Your sister didn't deserve this either.
Was I really that naive and easy to betray? I gave him everything except my body, my time, my unwavering love, my emotional support, my care and attention. I was the one helping him with his toughest assignments when he was struggling, working on his projects until 3 a.m., supporting him through his demanding internship, and listening to all of his family problems for hours. When he needed someone to vent to lean on, to celebrate with, I was always there without question. Always. Why did she pretend to care about my feelings and offer advice about my relationship while she was actively destroying it from the inside? Why does it feel like everyone around me knew what was happening except me? Should I look for answers, or will finding the truth hurt more than help? I don't know how to move on yet, but I'm trying. This isn't for pity, it's for me to breathe and release and remind myself I'm still here, even though I'm broken. To anyone going through something similar, you are not alone. Maybe someday we'll look back and be proud of the strength it took just to survive. For now, I'm taking it day by day. Please be kind. And that is the end of that story.
I think to find closure is the main goal. So if you need to find more evidence, not more evidence, but more information and figure out what happened to achieve closure, that's what you have to do. But I think the biggest thing is to just close that chapter in your life and to move on. However you do that is what you got to do, girl.
New life.
Yeah, you're so close.
New life.
You literally said it yourself. You're so close to being a civil engineer.
Yeah.
New life.
Focus on your schoolwork. Now you have less distractions. Focus on yourself. Focus on a support group that's good for you, your friends, your family, and get out of there. Go to somewhere new. Start new. And
Start a new world.
I agree. Get out.
I can't believe that's the end of that story. Can you see there's an update?
I will check. I found it.
No.
Yeah.
You found it?
I
You
found
found
the
Bianca's
sister's
post? Okay.
The title is literally, "Am I the a-hole for sleeping with my best friend's boyfriend and joining a threesome with him and her sister?" Like,
Yeah, stupid. Of course you are.
I don't think we need to read that.
Yes, dum-dum. Oh, that's not her sister. That's the friend.
That's the friend. It's not the sister's post. It's the friend's post.
Yeah, we don't need to read that. Of course you're the a-hole for that, stupid.
It just doesn't make sense because, again,
I feel like,
OP deleted. This post deleted.
I don't know,
That just
man.
sounds like rage bait to me.
Who knows, dude? It's certainly like
Apparently, okay, so I'm reading it. Yeah, Karma Ming Ming rage bait, karma farming. Yeah, they were doing this little thing. I guess River was cheating for 6 months.
okay, yeah. Yeah, it's just they suck, he sucks, move on.
Nah, I'm reading
That
this.
was funny.
I'm reading this. This is such rage bait. It's like
I thought you were being like, "No, I'm going to read it."
no. The snippets that I was reading, it is like it's typed out like
yeah,
it's
I
so
bet you
rage
it's
baity.
going to be like, yeah, it's like I didn't really want to, but it's like then like I don't know, he looked at me and he said I was cute and I was like, I mean, I have to sleep with you now.
The title alone, guys. The title alone is just like, am I the a-hole for doing that to my best friend?
Yeah, the answer is yes.
Literally, the first sentence is throwaway account because, yeah, things got messy and apparently people are posting private drama here now.
Yeah, people are posting private drama on the internet, doofus.
I'll do a poll, but I really...
People
So
want
I
to hear
found the friend's post, but it's so rage
it's just
baity.
rage bait.
It's just rage bait. The title of it, Riley, is
It's
Am
the
I the...
friend.
It's
Okay,
the friend.
What's the rage bait about?
It's
Just be
literally
like-
like, am I the a-hole for sleeping with my best friend's boyfriend and joining a threesome with him and her sister?
Yes.
What
You
do they
are.
say?
Do you guys really want to read it?
Yes.
I don't think I will put it in the story, but I'm just gonna.
Why not?
It's not relevant.
What do you mean it's not relevant?
She's just being like, yeah, I slept with this guy, and okay, whatever. Everyone wants to hear it.
Okay.
Go ahead and read it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and have you guys read it. Who wants to read it?
No, you don't want to read it?
Want me to read? I'm looking away from the camera. That's why.
No. Put it on the chat one so you look at the camera.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me.
Wait, this is on Sharp.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, because the original post was on there too, but the original post is
This
deleted.
just feels like someone trying to get on that. I don't know.
I'm just gonna hold on. Let me.
Read it. I want to rage. Stop it. Why would you want that? Why would you want to rage? That's not cool.
We found out that he was cheating for 6 months.
I think this is fake. Yeah, this is fake.
I never meant to hurt anyone. I just followed my heart.
Yeah.
River and I were happy. He chose me, not her. He was even planning to break things up with her and be with me instead.
I washed my
was
hands.
loyal. I just in my own way. So Reddit, am I the a-hole?
Yeah, no. This is
It's got 0 upvotes.
So yeah, I was her best friend. Yeah, I slept with her boyfriend. Yeah, I joined a threesome with him and her sister. But am I the a-hole? It's like, come on, guys.
Yeah, you are.
But
We're not gonna just raise our blood pressure for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, it's fake because 1, that's not kind of the character that OP described her friend having, and 2, there's 0 upvotes, and 3, no one really commented on this. This isn't real, and it's from deleted.
They're deleted from both OP and the friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone did say, yeah, off the chance.
On
Yeah,
the
this
off chance this is real.
Yeah,
It's
this
like,
is
yeah,
not real.
nobody is this dumb, right?
It
Come
literally
on.
reiterated. This is what it did. It reiterated what happened in the story, added a few things to it, and then basically confirmed what happened. It didn't say, but it didn't give us new information of, hey, I tried to reach out to OP and try to get things to work out. It doesn't mention anything like that at all. Okay.
It's because it's also like throwaway account because things got messy, and then it says I'm Camilla. It's like, what are you talking about? Why you don't even need a
I'm
throwaway?
Camilla.
Like we know who
literally
you are.
You're putting the names of literally the same characters. I'm
Yeah.
Camilla, Bianca, the sister's name, River.
Yeah, you're not actually giving the real names. Yep, weird. Okay, anyways, we're going to get to the next story. I can't trust my boyfriend after he lied for his best friend.
Deception.
My boyfriend Chris, 28 male, and I, 26 female, have been dating for 3 years. We're both teachers and met at work. For this incident, I would have gone on about how I found the most perfect man and that he was the one. Chris was at school for 4 years before I joined. About 7 years ago, the school was taking on quite a few trainees. 10 other training teachers joined alongside him and created a tight-knit friend group. By the way, this comes from Deleted, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So the holiday together, best man/maid of honor at each other's weddings type of friends. Since Chris and I have started dating, I've been adopted into this new group. I have no issues with any of them, but it's been implied that I'm being tolerated by some of them for his sake. I really don't care. I keep to myself and only feel comfortable around select people. There's been some drama in group recently that it's caused me to reevaluate my relationship. 2 teachers joined the group, Bethany and John, joined the same time as Chris did and started dating within the first year. John proposed to her about 2 years ago, but as far as I know, they haven't thought of wedding planning at all. Chris said John proposed to Bethany because he felt he had to after so many years. About a month ago, we had a week off and the group went on a night out. I joined them after Chris insisted and only stayed until about 11 since I wasn't feeling very well. I asked Chris the next morning if anything of note happened, and he just shrugged and said he couldn't remember since he got so pissed and wasted and that they were just being idiots. I didn't think anything of it, and we enjoyed our holiday. This Monday, I went into the secondary staff room for lunch and saw Bethany sitting by herself in there. This staff room is situated on the 2nd floor of the school, and apart from myself and one other teacher, no one comes here unless they need to hide something when our rooms get inspected. I asked why she was in here today instead of eating lunch with John. She glared at me and left, slamming the door on her way out. I told Chris what happened, and he told me just to ignore it and not to get involved, that John and her were going through a rough time. I saw both of them at school a couple of times this week, and she either looked on the verge of tears or furious, and he seemed absolutely normal. At the end of the day yesterday, I was packing up and getting ready to leave for the day when Bethany knocked on my door and asked to speak with me. Real quick, any theories?
Somebody kissed someone they shouldn't have. It's like
Chris kissed Bethany.
it's just like it's a rock and a hard place.
It started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this?
Yes.
It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss.
Like
My,
so.
my pet rock hates it when I say that.
I this guy's crazy. I feel like we all know what's going on. It's got to be like an ultimatum type situation. You go, look, dude, you either tell her what happened or like I'm going to have to say something.
Or blackmail.
But like you should say what happened because it's like you did something.
Chris?
Yeah, whoever's the offending party needs to, if you're actually like, if you're friends with everyone here, like this has happened to me once before. A friend reached out and was like, I did this thing. I don't know what to do. And I'm like, you have two. I'm like, I don't know this other person. I have no skin in the game. You have 2 options. I've known you for a decade more. I've known you forever. Your option is either tell them immediately or never, ever say anything and deal with it for the rest of your life. Those are your 2 options. I guess you're going to have to pick one. I think I know which one I'd pick, not the one that would torment me for the rest of my life.
Yeah. I didn't want to have a conversation with her after her reaction on Monday and the way she was snapping all week, but she looked so angry, I couldn't say no. Bethany and I had never really gotten along. When I first joined, she would purposely do stuff to leave me out, like turn her back towards me when I tried to talk to her in the friend group, or talk about plans in front of me that I was not invited to. She made some comments when Chris and I started dating, like he was settling for me, really juvenile, mean girl stuff. She came in, fully stormed towards me, and said I was a fake witch for not telling her the truth. I had no clue what she was talking about and told her she needed to step back or I would report her to HR. That seemed to snap her out of it. She started snobbing suddenly and literally sat on the floor. Felt like I was dealing with an unruly student. I had no clue what to do. I tried to calm her down and asked her what happened. She told me John had slept with someone the night everyone went out and I left early. Apparently all the guys left the pub we were initially at to go to a club, and there was a teacher assistant who also works at the school. Jess joined them and her, and John had spicy sleep in the bathroom. So the TA and John had spicy sleep in the bathroom.
Okay, how'd we find that out? How do we know about that?
She was just assisting him in the bathroom.
And is there a Johnson that is about to come out of this?
John's John.
A John's son.
It's
Son
John
of
John, yeah, from Mars.
Just keep your Johnson in your pants, John. I asked how she found out. She told me she saw some text between Jess and John that night. They had slept together, and they slept together 3 more times. She told me she also saw text between Chris and John, and that Chris knew about what had happened that night, and that he had covered for John that night. I told her I needed proof, and that I wasn't going to believe her over my boyfriend. When Chris got home yesterday after the gym, I decided to talk to him about it. I told him straight up what Bethany said to me, and that she accused him of hiding it. He was quiet for a moment, but I already knew the truth. He looked too guilty. I felt sick in that moment. Bethany had been his friend for years, and he let her get betrayed in such a big way and hid it as well. He tried defending himself and said he told John to tell her the truth, and it wasn't his place to expose him. I said I wanted to see it. I wanted to see the evidence of him telling John to come clean. We're not the type of couple that checks each other's phones and stuff. I've never not trusted Chris. Even before we started dating, he was my closest friend, and I've always felt like my heart was safe with him. I've always believed him if he told me something, but finding this out shook my confidence in him. He handed over his phone, and I looked through the messages between him and John. The first one regarding this incident was the following morning, where John was kind of laughing off that what he had done as a little oopsie, and Chris just wrote back, "You effed up. Just make sure you drink enough over the half term to forget about it." Great advice from a good old friend.
Not really the advice I was hoping to see.
Just become a little alcoholic so you don't have to remember it.
Well, if you binge drink, you might forget you did it. Bad. Not a great look.
There was nothing there about owning up to his mistake and telling Bethany the truth. I looked through the messages, and every time they referenced that night, it was with such cavalier, nonchalant attitude, like John had committed the ultimate betrayal. Chris insisted he had told John to come clean, but that they had talked about it face to face. But I don't know if I believe him. I do sincerely believe you are the company you keep. And while I really didn't enjoy how loud Chris would get when he was around John and the rest of the group, I really did think they were good people, and albeit a bit immature, but John is basically quite a vile person, and seeing Chris laugh off his transgressions has made me cautious.
So she's saying it's like he becomes like a little lads, boys, for the boys.
For the boys.
You
Saturdays
can't
are
do
for the
that, though,
boys.
man. I mean, like, you can do that, but like, if somebody, dude, like, if anyone in this room like cheated on any one of their partners and I witnessed it, I'd be like, that's literally, like, you literally,
Ultimatum.
you have to tell them, because why should I have to tell them? That's messed up.
Well,
I don't want to have to do that.
if I saw anyone in this room cheating, I would ultimatum and be like, you either tell them or I'm telling them at the end of the week.
You have X amount of time to come clean about this, or I'm gonna have to, and that's so dumb.
I don't want to break up over this. How do I tell him that his reaction has caused me to lose some trust in him, and that it's made me think that he is also capable of doing the same thing to me? I talked to my sister about this. She thinks this is a break-upable offense, but I've had a couple of people say I'm overreacting. Am I overreacting? You sleep with the dogs, you get the fleas.
Dang. Dang, you sleep with the dogs, you get the fleas. Dang, yeah, I mean, accurate.
Keon?
Good job. I've never heard that actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard that so many times in my childhood. I thought
Sleep
everybody
with
did.
the dogs, you get the fleas. I mean, like, is this a break-upable offense? Like, it could be. It just depends on like where you're. It just depends on where you're at. You know, like beyond his like reaction to it. I think if he would have just been honest about it and been like, yeah, like I don't know, I just like made a joke about it because I was like super uncomfortable. I didn't know what to say. That's one thing. But the fact that he was like, no, I totally told him he had to. You know,
He's
I
lying
told
about it.
him. Yeah, the fact that he lied about what he said makes me feel like that's what's more breakup worthy than the fact that he. Because not everyone's going to be like, oh, you have to tell her or I will. It's like, but that doesn't necessarily make them bad. It's just some people mind their own business. And that's the code that they live by.
Yeah, they didn't want to get caught in the crossfire.
You know?
Like, it's your drama, not mine kind of thing. But,
Yeah.
mm,
So it's
Weak
the lying.
Weak mindset, honestly.
What?
Yeah.
That you don't care about your friends enough to keep them accountable. Weak mindset.
oh, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Some people are just not strong.
there's a spectrum of friends, but if these guys are best friends, then yeah, it should definitely be more like a, you know, it just depends. Like there's definitely a spectrum on like how much I would have to know somebody before I'm like, I'm going to stick my neck out and like insert myself into the situation.
Agreed.
Yeah.
We have an update. I like to think of myself of someone with strong morals, and after reading the comments, I felt like I had bent my beliefs because I love my boyfriend, and in turn had some kind of betrayal myself. So I had a good long decision with Chris the day after I posted and told him how disappointing his behavior was, and if he could hide such a big secret for John, then he was capable of hiding something like this for himself as well. I couldn't be with someone who not only was fine with cheating, but actively lied to a friend about it, since Chris and Bethany were friends as well. He looked awfully ashamed as I vented out my feelings, and the only time he was defensive was when I said he was capable of cheating on me. He said he loved me, that he would never touch another woman and risk losing me. I believe he hasn't cheated on me, but after this incident, the unshakable trust I had in him wavered slightly, and I let him know that.
I mean, it is pretty crazy to probably read like, if you just like drink enough, you'll forget about it. It's like, have you done that?
Yep.
Have you done that?
You have been drinking a lot recently. What
Like-
does that mean?
I don't know, man.
What are you trying to forget?
Yeah, it's just bad. It's bad. It's bad.
I told him I expected better, that if a friend of his behaved in such a bad way, then he would take the time to correct them, or at the very least cut contact with people like that. That kind of mindset where cheating becomes acceptable is almost contagious. He said he completely understood where I was coming from, and that he was disappointed in himself for letting us both down, and that he got caught up in being a wienerhead with the guys. I said if hanging out with those guys makes you a wienerhead, then stop effing being around them. It's not that hard. He fully acknowledges that, and you can fully acknowledge that you can listen to more stories just like this one on your favorite podcast platform. Just search up OK Storytime on Apple, iHeartRadio, or Spotify, and listen for as many days as you can count. Real quick before the end the story, boys, any other thoughts?
It's gonna be it's not how he responds, it's how, his actions. Like,
Yep.
okay, you acknowledge that, great, and you're listening to OP now, but where do you go from here? Is he really gonna do that? Do you really think he's gonna separate himself from the boys? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, it is one of those like the company you keep type things, at
Yeah.
some point.
Show me your 5 friends and I'll show you who you are.
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. When I lived in New Mexico, one of my neighbors would always say weird. Like, he was married, and he would always say weird comments about other women and like women in general. And even though he's married, and I'd always be like, "Dude, you're married? Why are you like? What are you doing?" I'd be like, like, what are you doing? You're married." But it's like I don't know him well enough to like try to like put the screws into him. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm no authority over this guy that I'm like an acquaintance with. But guess what? Found out recently, no longer with his wife and is probably with some girl that he cheated on her with. So it's like when people talk like that, it's like, they're not. You listen to people the way that they are. It's like
People's talks lead to their actions.
yeah, and then people, that they're just like they can just justify it or whatever. I don't know. It's
People justifying things is scary. I used to justify buying camera equipment all the time. That was a scary time. A little bit left here. I said I wanted to see more than words and was going to stay with my sister for a couple of days while he fixes his mistakes. He says he would prove to me that he could be better. So far in the past week, I know he had apologized to Bethany by hiding John's cheating since she came and told me. She said she wasn't ready to put everything behind them just yet, but appreciated Chris actually apologizing for hurting her since John hasn't bothered. At work, Chris and I have been cordial, and no one knows we're not living together currently. He comes and eats lunch with me instead of going to smoke with the guys like he used to do when we had just began dating, and even put up some shelves in my room for me since the site team was taking too long. He hasn't asked me to come back home yet, but says that he misses me and wants to give me my time. Him and John are still friends, and I can't imagine Chris will ever fully cut him off, no matter how big a prick he can be. But I can see that Chris is trying to make amends, and while I still feel upset and disappointed in his behavior, my heart is softened towards him again, especially when I see him trying so hard. A part of me is worried that if we get back to normal, he'll eventually go back to being a lad again. I do miss him a lot, but just need some objective advice. I like it. It's giving little love bomby, but it's good steps.
Yeah. I mean, like, you just got to go with your gut, dude.
Yeah.
Like, if you feel like it's like this thing that's going to be like an irreversible thing, because he did lie. He lied. He lied right to your face because he knew that what he did was going to be bad.
Yeah.
And he lied until it was like he couldn't maintain the lie anymore. And he had to be like, okay, well, I guess and then he lied again. And he said, I talked to him in person, and that's what I said.
He finally saw the consequences of his lying, and now he's trying to make up for it, which it sucks that you had to have your girlfriend talk to you about it instead of being a man and taking like accountability for your actions and keeping accountability for your freaking friends. Oh my gosh.
True. There's like, yes.
Just keep drinking so you forget about it. Oh.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I think I saw some comments about my story about my neighbor. I feel like that's the difference between like a friend and an acquaintance.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not going to go out of my way for someone I like barely know and be like, this is what I'm just going to be like, okay, well, I feel bad for that guy's wife. Like, and I'm going to move on because it's really, I only have so much I can.
You can give
whatever.
or say.
Everyone only has so much of a battery to like do that kind of stuff, or like how much there's like the buckets or the cups or whatever you want to call it. It's like, if you're gonna get involved in someone's business, it better be somebody that you actually care about, and it's like there's like some level of weight there.
Weight or influence you can have on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Well, that is the end of that story. That is a cursed episode all the way around.
A cursed episode.
Yikes. But guys, into that episode. If you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you, and see you
tomorrow.
tomorrow.